What about the take that we should trade Highsmith for a pick?
I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
If you could get a high, I mean, something in the first round or early second, I'd do it.
Highsmith was a third rounder coming off a 14.5 sack season. If you're gonna trade him, you definitely have to be in a spot where you could draft an edge, right? So that's what it would come down to me, because you obviously need someone opposite of Watt, and people are now saying you kind of have to account for the fact that Watt might miss a few games here and there. Like even last year, he missed 3 games, 2 games, didn't finish a couple either. He missed 7 games this season, and the fact of the matter is we are 1-10 without him in all the games, dating back to when we first drafted him. So you got to be better in that situation. You got to be able to, I guess, have players that'll not only just pick up the slack, but just make sure that, there's just not that much of a difference when he's not on the field. So that's why I do think Highsmith would be important to re-sign, but I'm interested to see what his trade value would be. And like you said, a first would do it.
I think he's better than Bud Dupree. I really like Highsmith, but I don't think we would pay him.
Right, and I do think he'd ask for way more than what we want to offer, and I do think we do put a lot of money into that defense enough. You know what I mean?
I think someone will go out and pay him if he hits free agency.
Right,
so.
right.
That's the thing, right? I think, yeah, we definitely need to treat this like, okay, this is a guy on his last year of his contract, and we know we're not going to re-sign him just because he's too much money. Like, what can we get out of him, right? Like, do we feel like is he irreplaceable? Like, how irreplaceable is he?
Right, yeah.
And I definitely feel like, dude, if we can make a third rounder, get like 3 or 4 years of good production out of him, and then flip him for a second or first, I think you have to do that every time. That's just, you have to do that every time.
Especially when you have such a franchise and marquee player already at that position in Watt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. You just need someone. You need someone solid. Like someone solid is gonna. They might not put up Highsmith numbers, but
if you get near that 10 sack total, right?
Like, yeah, dude, fucking.
Because Watt's gonna get 15 to 20 sacks a year if he plays the whole season.
Dude, Watt got Dupree a nice contract, and Dupree sucks.
On the Titans, yeah. I don't even think he's finished seasons.
Like, we can put a lot of people on the other side of Watt, and they would also perform really, really well. That's not a knock against Highsmith. It's just how it is. And if we can get
another Javon Hargrave situation, where
what if it? Oh,
yeah,
damn.
like
that's huge.
Like someone else pays him and he balls out, and we kept the wrong guy, or just not getting any value from him on the way back.
That's true.
Well, here's the thing. I think with Javon Hargrave, weren't we banking on Tuitt at that point? But I never liked Tuitt in the first place.
We thought we were solidified at the position with Hayward already, and Tuitt was only in his 4th or 5th season.
Nah, he was older than that, I think.
Well, Tuitt got drafted in 2014.
I guess.
Or 2013.
But then Hargrave would have been after his
2014
4th season too.
Shit, I don't know, man. Fuck.
I mean, I still think we should have, in that situation, maybe we should have just traded Hayward, because we were in no spot to win anyway.
That's the thing. I think if you thought this is a year you could win the Super Bowl, then you would just keep Highsmith and hope to figure something out later.
Right.
But I don't think we're in that position, so I think you have to figure out what's best for the future, and that's probably trading him.
What about a first next year? What if a team offers up for a team, and then you go ahead and you spend your second round, one of your second rounders on an edge this year?
I think if you get a first round pick, no matter what, you take it.
That's true.